Hey, what's up, guys? So it looks like there may be a detector coming out in the future, the Escort Redline EX 360. Essentially the Redline EX plus a rear antenna to give it arrows. Now, this isn't anything that's been confirmed yet or anything. There was a guy on RDF, N. Bulatovic. He was looking through Escort Detector Tools Pro, Escort's update software. In the code now, there's a reference to a new detector called the Redline EX 360. We talked a little bit earlier about the Max 360C International. That's how that one was discovered as well, and there's also now reference to the Redline EX 360. Now, this isn't anything that's confirmed. For me, I would still call this kind of rumor or at best maybe speculation, but it does look pretty legitimate. Now, that said, I'm kind of curious to hear your guys' take on what you'd think about this detector. If we were to kind of take a look at what we know about the Redline EX, and some of Escort's other detectors, they already have the Max 360, the Max 360C, the GT 360. As far as the Maxes and the Redline EX, I believe, has longer range performance, and of course it's also RDD immune, whereas the Max series detectors are not. The Maxes, they should have better BSM filtering because they're digital as opposed to the Redline, which is still based on the M3, kind of an updated M3. It would be interesting if Escort kind of takes the Max CI, their remote mount, and takes that detector and builds it into the Redline EX 360. That would be really interesting. I kind of doubt they would do that given the fact that we already have the Redline EX and we know it's not based on the same M7 platform. It's most likely going to be the same thing with a rear antenna, just like Escort did with the Max 2 and the Max 360. Just add a rear antenna to it, you got arrows, and boom, new detector. Now, this is one that could be pretty interesting. A lot of us have been wondering about, okay, well, Uniden at some point, what if they do an R3 with arrows? Is Escort going to be beating them to the punch with this Redline EX 360? Potentially. I have no idea when either detector is going to come out. I have no idea what the price points are going to be or anything like that. We literally just saw I mention the update software, so that's the extent of the knowledge that we have. But I guess that would be kind of an interesting discussion, which one would be more desirable? We have the Uniden R3 and we have the Redline EX already. Most of you guys are choosing the R3 over the Redline EX, myself included. I've had a couple Redline EXs, but I keep going back to the Uniden R3. I prefer the detector. There's some people who prefer the Redline EX. I mean, it's got, maybe the range isn't quite as good. Some people prefer the BSM filtering of the Redline over the Uniden, and some people prefer the Uniden. The Redline EX has Bluetooth, so you got your Escort Live integration. It's got automatic GPS lockouts instead of manual. The display brightness adjusts automatically. It is more sensitive to detecting laser, which is useful to people in Maryland who face the Polyscan, and it also falses to laser less than the R3 does. It's got better build quality, it's got a better mount, and so while the R3, of course, is the more popular one, it's in my opinion, the more desirable one, there's still a lot of selling points and potential reasons to get the Redline EX over the R3. And if we were to take those two detectors and add arrows, that would be an interesting discussion as well. Which one would be more desirable there? I'm guessing a lot of the same stuff will apply with the R3 versus the Redline EX, but Uniden would have a chance to maybe add some new features. If they wanted to add an ambient light sensor to it for automatic display brightness adjustments, they could do that. If they wanted to do something as far as Bluetooth, they could do that too. Automatic GPS lockouts, they're restricted due to patent and licensing reasons, so they couldn't do auto lockouts yet until that patent expires in a couple years, but it's kind of an interesting dynamic as far as wondering which one would be better, which one's more desirable, and we're kind of just based on what we know about the R3 and the Redline EX and all that kind of stuff. So I'm curious to hear from you guys. Would you guys, if the Redline EX comes out first, let's say the 360, would you guys want to go ahead and grab that? Or would you say, maybe Uniden one day will do an R3 with arrows? Again, we have no idea when, but if they do, would you rather wait until that detector, or would you rather get the Redline first? Or would you say, even if Uniden comes out with it, would you rather get the Redline EX 360, Pros and cons to everything. So this is just kind of an interesting thing, and I'm curious to hear from you guys maybe what you think about the detectors, and also if you have any guesses as far as the expected price point of the detector. The Redline EX retails for $599, the Max 360C retails for $699, but Escort has since dropped it to $649. The Max 360C is currently Escort's most expensive detector, and I'm curious if they take the Redline platform, if that's going to hold the crown now and maybe go more expensive than the Max 360C is. But in any event, I just wanted to share this video with you guys real quick and maybe bring some awareness to the fact that this may or may not exist. But we found something as far as mentions in the code for potentially a new Redline EX 360. So anyways, just wanted to share with you guys info about this detector, and curious to hear what you guys think. So awesome. Let me know down in the comment area, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. All right, see you in the next video.